And now we're going to do our questions. One question.
Yeah, we got one. We're trying to get a question that we can get for everybody. So is there anybody with a generic question? If not, let's just go to a closing for the schools.
All right. I'm going to do our closing.
Again, we're back to that awkward process. I'm here to beg for your vote. David Chastain, Secretary of State. About the Libertarian Party, I'd like to leave this with you. The freedom, if you build a cage big enough, anybody feels free. It's when you remove the cage, there's liberty. Libertarians believe that it's government that should be inside the cage, and it should be smaller, and that we are the people who should be free. And the way we make our policy decisions, the way we think through our decisions, is where do we have the most freedom for the individual? Because that's what it's all about. I appreciate your vote. Check out the website, and if you'd like to learn more about the Libertarian Party, I have some cards on the back table also.
I believe that we should have a paper ballot. I believe that we're never going to go away from electronics, but I believe that we should have a ballot of record, and it should be a paper ballot. Whenever there's a discrepancy between man and machine, I believe the paper ballot should rule. We know from the U.S. Constitution, which is a paper document, what our rights and responsibilities as American citizens are. But we have trouble trying to count our votes here in the state of Georgia. We need to have an electronic machine that will produce a paper evidence that tells us who we actually voted for. When I become your Secretary of State, I promise you that that will be my #1 request to restore democracy here to the state of Georgia. My name is Angela Moore. I am a candidate in this race, regardless of party affiliation. And if you are Republican, Libertarian, Independent, I ask when you go to the polls on July 20th, type my name in. I appreciate your vote and your sincere. I am sincerely happy to be here tonight. Thank you so much.
Again, I'm Kyle Constable here on behalf of Doug McGinnity for Secretary of State. I ask you to vote for Doug McGinnity because he will be ready on day one to get the job done. He's not going to play politics with the rest of the people up in Atlanta. He's going to represent everyone across the entire state, not just the interest of Atlanta, but the interest of North Georgia and South Georgia and everywhere across this state. Doug McGinnity is ready to go. He is ready to work for you. He's going to modernize the Secretary of State's office. I mean, for crying out loud, this guy has an iPhone app for his campaign. Imagine what he can do for the office of the Secretary of State. We need a man like this in office. He's going to cut out the wasteful spending. One thing that you've seen with his campaign thus far is the fact that he spent very little money to run a very effective campaign. That is what we can expect from the Secretary of State's office when he is elected. Not if, when he is elected. Doug McGinnity is the best candidate for this office, and I ask for all of you to join me in supporting him. Check out his website, mcginnity.org. Thank you. Have a great evening.
Thank you, candidates.